Hey guys, we're back here today playing some more ranked battle on the Scarlet and Violet ladder, the in-game rank ladder. And today I have a pretty interesting team for you guys. I saw this team. It's built by a Japanese player called Murinen Jain. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, I came across this team, and this team uses a Galarian Zapdos with coaching. I know it's a really interesting team. It is linked down in the description, so if you want to check it out, go play it, check it out. I hope you have as much fun as I did with this team, because this team is really strong. Let's get into kind of what this team can do, right? So to start with, we have a Galarian Zapdos. Now, the Galarian Zapdos is running a Choice Scarf with max speed, so you outspeed everything. And I know what you're thinking, coaching with Choice Scarf, like, how does that work? I know it sounds odd, it does, but somehow it just works. Like, it just works. I've played maybe 10-15 battles with this team now, some on Showdown and some on the ranked ladder. I'm sorry, you'll have to excuse me. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but yeah, it definitely works. Like, you can just hard swap into Scizor or Ting-Lu because they're so bulky that they can tank almost any hit. Or you can even switch out into Dondozo. One more good thing about this team is Zapdos is Defiant and Dondozo is Oblivious, and because a lot of teams are running Incineroar, this team is perfect into Incineroar. I mean, it's amazing into Incineroar, right? Because Oblivious doesn't matter for Dondozo, and Defiant actually just increases Zapdos' attack. So Incineroar comes out, it has a choice of either faking out the Dondozo or the Zapdos. If it fakes out the Zapdos, depending on what the opponent brought, you can either Wave Crash, Yawn, Heavy Slam. There's a lot of options you have. This Dondozo is obviously a little bit more specially defensive because there's a lot of special Pokemon running around. Max HP as well, so you're very tanky. Another benefit of this team is because you have this Dondozo, because you have Ting-Lu, because you have Scizor, it's also really good against Trick Room teams, because there might be situations, this is not guaranteed, but there might be situations where you do end up outspeeding a lot of Pokemon on the Trick Room team. Speaking of Scizor, it's running Quick Guard, considering how many people are using priority spam this season, this regulation. Quick Guard is definitely very good. Another interesting usage of Feint, which I've been seeing a little more in these kind of niche teams. It attacks to protect. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but hey, it can do so. It nullifies protect. So if you know Pokemon's going to protect for sure, there's definitely things you can do. Bullet Punch for priority. It does pretty good against a Fluttermane. U-turn also, again, if you want to have those kind of rotation options. This is a very standard Ogerpon Fire. It's running Ivy Cudgel. Actually, it's not standard at all. What am I saying? It has Focus Energy. I have not seen a Focus Energy Ogerpon yet, but let me tell you, I am such a fan, because there's things you can do to bait an attack into someone else that's not Ogerpon for that turn, right? You can use Spiky Shield. There's shenanigans that you can get a Focus Energy off. Once you get a Focus Energy off, just watch the crits fly. Ivy Cudgel is 100 base damage, right? A critical hit destroys almost everything. Considering how it already has high critical hit ratio, you're cracked. Ivy Cudgel almost always crits. So that's amazing. This is a standard Chien-Pao, except that instead of Sucker Punch, it's running Ice Shard. Sucker Punch obviously does more damage, but it's dependent on the opponent kind of also using an attacking move. So Ice Shard is good in that regard. Another interesting thing is that it's running the Stellar type. Excuse me. It's running the Stellar type, which personally I haven't had the opportunity to use as much. Because the match is definitely over before I have to bring Chien-Pao out. A lot of times I actually don't end up bringing Chien-Pao at all, because the other Pokemon can kind of carry their own weight and win me the game. But I did use the Stellar type once, but I did end up losing that game, so yeah, I can't comment too much on that. This Ting-Lu is interesting in that instead of using any other type of ground move, instead of Earthquake, instead of Storm and Tantrum, it's using Sand Tomb. And you're gonna see in the matches I play, Sand Tomb actually won me a game. So don't sleep on Sand Tomb is all I'm gonna say. Don't sleep on Sand Tomb. Ruination is also great to kind of get rid of some really bulky Pokemon. Maybe there's a Dondozo on the opponent's side of the field. So yeah, there's things you can do. So this is just a defensive support. 212 HP. defensive nature, special defense EVs. So yeah. Again, the Dondozo is running Heavy Slam for all the Fairy type Pokemon here. I really enjoyed playing this team. I really hope you enjoy watching me fight with this team. And if you enjoyed that, check it out for yourself. Link will be in the description. I plan on playing a lot more Pokemon. And if you're a fan of this kind of content, please consider subscribing. I will love you forever. Yeah, have a nice day. Have a nice night, wherever you are, whatever time it is. But yeah, peace. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so our opponent is using a Jolteon, forgotten the fairy one's name, Sylveon, right? I know, I just had such a brain fart. Iron Bundle, Talonflame, Garchomp, and Tyranitar. That's definitely a very interesting team. Looks like they have a Sandstorm mode, Talonflame's there, they set up Tailwind, Sylveon, Throat Spray, probably. I'm a bit confused by the Jolteon. Definitely a very interesting team, I'm not gonna lie. I can see them leading Tyranitar and Talonflame, right? And because of that lead, I feel fairly confident leading with Dondozo and Zapdos. In the back, I want to bring... In the back... I think we bring Scizor in the back because it's pretty good into like a few Pokemon. For the Talonflame though, you know, I don't want to get done in by the Talonflame. I feel like it would be good to have Ting-Lu. Yeah, I'm happy with this team because the Sylveon is still a threat, you know. I'm a bit scared of the bundle, but I feel pretty happy with what I've locked in. I think yeah, I think it's a good team because the Scizor, even though it doesn't have too many offensive options, it still has Bullet Punch, which priority is always good to have, and it does super effective damage against like 2 of their mons. And it can do stuff to the bundle before it can attack us. So yeah, if our opponent decides to go for some speed buffs, we can definitely control the speed that way. Let's see how this goes though. Let's see how this goes. I want to see who they lead. I'm expecting Tyranitar. Oh, never mind. Talonflame, Garchomp. Okay, so yeah, they might just set up Tailwind. There's nothing we can do about it because Gale Wings, Talonflame. There really is like nothing we can do about it, and that's okay. I think we're free to go for a coaching, and should we Terra Fairy turn 1? I feel like there's literally no downside to Terra Fairy. If the Garchomp decides to like Dragon Claws or whatever, it's not gonna Earthquake. I don't think it's gonna Earthquake anyway. It could though. It could. Earthquake is like a pretty good move to go for. Yeah, but if it's Band-Aid and it goes for like a Dragon move on Dondozo, that's gonna do a lot of damage. So let's just Terra Fairy, Wave Crash. I feel happy with that. Okay, so my opponent decided to not Terra because I think both of their mons outspeed my Dozo. Let's see though, let's see. If the Garchomp did end up going for a Dragon type move, this would be, you know, play of the century. But even if not, there's kind of no big loss to it. Ooh, okay, Talonflame just goes for Acrobatics. But I think the Talonflame is now dead because so we didn't get coaching off, which is annoying. Like I said, it did go for Dragon Claw. You've managed to avoid that. The Wave Crash will take the Talonflame out. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Maybe not the best trade really, but it's you know, we got rid of a Gale Wings Talonflame. There's things to be happy about here. There's things to be happy about here for sure. A better Pokemon. Considering their team, let's go out into Ting-Lu because they have. So even though they have Bundle, right? Okay, so this is what I was gonna say. As long as they don't bring the Sylveon, I think it's okay. But even the fact that they brought the Sylveon, it's not that bad. Let's try to get rid of the Sylveon as quickly as possible. Let's protect and let's go for a Heavy Slam. This Heavy Slam is going to do amazing damage. I feel like they're going to Terra, if they Terra Fire, they could Terra Fire Sylveon. I'm not really sure. Okay, so they Terra Garchomp, that's okay. Terra Water, so I'm guessing he's going for Ting-Lu maybe? I don't know, or maybe he thinks he's going to get Wave Crashed. Which would be fair, which would be a fair assumption. But no, we're just gonna thingy Liquidation into Ting-Lu. Fair enough. We can switch out into Scizor so that we don't take that damage. Hyper Voice not gonna affect Ting-Lu, and then the Sylveon is dead. That was a critical hit as well. I was gonna say that did quite a lot of damage, but critical hit makes sense. Never mind, it didn't do as much damage to the Sylveon as I thought, but I think is Rocky Helmet or Citrus Berry is gonna come in clutch here. And we get that HP back up, slurp it up. The Garchomp is a problem, right? The Garchomp is a problem. Liquidation is gonna do a lot. Liquidation is going to do a lot. If we switch in though, I'm thinking like, is it worth? No, I think we leave Ting-Lu out, and we just Ruination the Garchomp, and we go for a Yawn on the Garchomp, right? Because if it's sleeping, we can actually do a lot more damage. Yeah, let's go for a Yawn on the Garchomp. He does go for Liquidation. This is probably gonna take Ting-Lu out. It does take him out. Oh no, it doesn't. That didn't do like nearly as much damage as I thought it would. The Hyper Voice did just a little bit less. So fair enough. Fair enough. They got a critical hit, but I don't know who they got a critical hit on. That's a lot of critical hits for my taste. I'm not gonna lie. That's quite a lot of critical hits if you were to ask me. Okay, let's wait for this Garchomp to go to sleep, because we need it. Let's double protect, because the Garchomp might predict the protect on my Ting-Lu and then decide to Liquidation the Dondozo. In which case Dondozo would die that turn. So I'm just gonna try avoid that situation, because a Hyper Voice from Sylveon doesn't kill us, and we can then Heavy Slam it and kill it. That's kind of my thought process right here. Liquidation. He did go for Liquidation into Dondozo. There you go. That's why I protected with Dondozo. We could have definitely not protected with Ting-Lu either, but hey, we went for the move that we thought was best, right? And that's kind of what any of us can do anyway. Right, the Garchomp's gonna go to sleep now. We're gonna get some leftover recovery, which is great. But I think I'm gonna switch Ting-Lu out into Scizor. I think that's a good play. Just because Scizor can do more damage to Garchomp than this thing can. Alright, let's Heavy Slam this Sylveon and get it out of here, because we don't want a Throat Spray Sylveon just Hyper Voicing freely. So if we can get that off, that would be great. Yeah, Garchomp is gonna sleep. He has one guaranteed turn of sleep, and that was it, because he did attack last turn. Sylveon, hopefully we can kill it. I think we do. Yeah, Sylveon is dead, so that's great for us. We do take Rocky Helmet damage. Did we die to that Rocky Helmet damage? Yeah, okay, we did die to that Rocky Helmet damage. So that's slightly annoying. We didn't really have to switch out with Ting-Lu, because we could have just done damage to the Garchomp. I kind of completely forgot that the Sylveon had a Rocky Helmet, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. I think this bundle is definitely gonna go for my Ting-Lu. Although, you know, there is merit to kind of switching the Ting-Lu out, right? Because now I can protect again. And if my opponent thinks I'm gonna protect with Ting-Lu, which I very well will, I can just attack it now, no? Yeah, I'm gonna predict that my opponent thinks I'm gonna predict that my opponent thinks I'm gonna protect with Ting-Lu. Nice. Okay, that critical hit does suck, and he dropped our attack. That's so annoying. I don't think Chilling Water always crits, so the fact that he got a critical hit is so incredibly annoying. But it's okay. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. I think Bullet Punch now kills, but we die to a Liquidation. So yeah, this isn't Bullet Punch kill range. The Iron Bundle can protect, obviously, and wait for the Garchomp to wake up. Let's Ruination this thing again, because we can't kill with Sand Tomb. Let's Ruination this thing again. Bullet Punch takes it out. Hopefully we can get another turn of sleep on the Garchomp. If not, we're gonna have a -1 Scizor to deal with this Garchomp. The Garchomp does wake up and Liquidations my Ting-Lu. No, it Liquidations Scizor. Okay. That's interesting. We could have gone for Sand Tomb last turn, Loki. Could have gone for Sand Tomb last turn. Because if we went for Sand Tomb, we could protect, and that would do like quite a bit of damage. So that's annoying. If we'd Sand Tombed, I think we won. I think if we Sand Tombed, we'd won. Okay, no, wait. There's still something I can do. If I protect, I don't think we die to a liquidation. If I protect and get the leftover HP back, I think we can survive a liquidation because of the leftover recovery. And then we can Sand Tomb and hopefully kill. Yeah, I think, and we can protect again. If it doesn't kill, we can protect again to let the Sand Tomb residual kill it. Okay. I suddenly see hope, but here's the kicker. Sand Tomb is 85 accurate. If we miss this, we lose. If we miss this, we lose. Or if the Garchomp crits, we lose either. But my opponent has gotten so many crits. Please. Okay, and we do land it, and Garchomp just dies to the Sand Tomb. I think that's insane. We just won 15 HP. I mean, leftovers is going to bump us up to 31, but we just won with 15 HP. That's insane. I love that. Let's go. GG's. My opponent played so well. My opponent definitely played so well, but we were kind of able to use the protects to our advantage and, turn that kind of what seemed like a loss into a win. So yeah, GG's. Well played. Okay, so our opponent is using an Incineroar, Fluttermane, Shifu, Archaludon, Dragonite, and Amoonguss. Definitely a very interesting team. I feel like I say that about all my opponents, but this one, so the reason I say that is because Archaludon you usually see in combination with a Rain team or, someone of that nature. But yeah, Archaludon is here, Shifu's here. Looking at my team, I feel like my opponent would want to bring Shifu, right? Like, Shifu is just a pretty good Pokemon to bring. Because they have Incineroar, I want to lead Zapdos, because Zapdos is good against Incineroar, it's good against Amoonguss, it's good against Shifu as well. It's maybe not the best against Archaludon, but it can do stuff. So Zapdos is such a solid lead, and yeah, I love that lead for us. Along with that, again, there's really no big loss to bringing Dondozo, is there? No, there isn't. There really isn't. I think we just bring Dozo. In the back, we bring our Ogerpon, and we bring Ting-Lu. No, Ting-Lu is probably not the best. We need someone fast. Let's do Qianpao. I was debating between Scizor just for the Fluttermane. Like, that was the only reason, because I saw the Fluttermane. I was like, maybe I should bring Scizor instead. But honestly, our Dondozo and Ogerpon are, they're capable enough of dealing with the Fluttermane. So, which is why I went with Ting-Lu, who can maybe deliver more value long term. It can Ruination, it can Taunt. And if you can get a Taunt off on the Amoonguss, that would definitely be good. So they lead Fluttermane, Incineroar. I like my lead against this team. I definitely like my lead against this team a lot. Intimidate doesn't matter because we are Defiant, and our Dondozo is Oblivious. So yeah, great lead against an Incineroar because we can't really do anything. To us, the Fluttermane has increased speed now. Okay, so it's gonna outspeed my Zapdos. I think we Terrace Steel. There's nothing they can do to my Dondozo. I think we Terrace Steel Coaching. And just heavy slam this Fluttermane and get rid of it as fast as we can. Right? They could. There's like a bunch of things they could do right here, but I feel like coaching heavy slam into the Fluttermane. Like, what is there that you can actually do against that? Unless they protect with Fluttermane. Oh, fake out. Fair enough. Fair enough. I didn't see the protect coming. That's the fake out coming. Even though like Incineroar is one of the most popular fake out mons known to mankind, but the heavy slam still takes him out. The heavy slam still takes the Fluttermane out. So fair enough. I think that's worth getting the Terra in for, definitely. And now the Amoonguss is here. So let's just Brave Bird it, because we haven't clicked coaching yet. We can just Brave Bird it and go for a Wave Crash into this thing. The Brave Bird should kill. Like I'm pretty confident that the Brave Bird will kill. Unless they Terra Water, I guess. Terra Water is a pretty good type, and then it won't kill, and they can get one Spore off. But no, they Terra Water the Incineroar. Fairly interesting. I mean, personally, I would think that you'd want to keep the Amoonguss more alive, because Amoonguss can actually, you know, hinder my team really well. But no, we just one-shot the Amoonguss. I'll take it. We're not gonna kill the Incineroar now, but that's fine. Even if they Flare Blitz my Zapdos, like, that's so cool, because Zapdos has now kind of, like, we didn't get to use coaching, and that's okay, but we can, you know, like, there's things we can do. There's things we can do. The Wave Crash is not gonna kill my opponent. This is now a 3v2. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's a 3v. We kill the Fluttermane, we kill the Amoonguss. So this is now a 3v2. The Pokemon we want to go out into is Chien-Pao over here. Chien-Pao is fast. It has a Sash, so no matter what they bring out, Chien-Pao is great. Actually, now maybe we should have brought the Ogerpon out, but it's okay. We can sleep. We can sleep the Archaludon before it Electro Shots. Let's protect, and let's yawn this thing. The reason we're protecting is we don't want to get Flare Blitzed before we can yawn the Archaludon, because the Flare Blitz into the Chien-Pao is coming, right? It is coming. I don't think this man cares about his Incineroar anymore. He's gonna try buffing his Archaludon, which is completely fair. I don't think this might take Dondozo out actually, but Dondozo has fairly good special defense. I think it's like 80 special defense or 85. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Fully charged due to his power up. Fair enough. Fair enough. That just takes us out. Yeah, not much we can do there. Not much we can do there. Flare Blitz coming out. That's okay. So this Archaludon is a problem now, right? Let's be honest. The Archaludon is a problem now. Let's get rid of the Archaludon. Let's just get rid of the Archaludon the best way we can. I want to focus energy. Truth be told, I want to focus energy, but the Archaludon can just kill me. The Archaludon can 100% just one-shot me. I think even with the defense boost that it's going to get with stamina, the Ivy Cudgel should kill. Yeah, the Ivy Cudgel does kill. And now, if our opponent played well, they would have attacked my Ogerpon, I'm not gonna lie. But no, they go for Chien-Pao, fair enough. We survive on our Focus Sash, and they're gonna take the recoil damage. Next turn, we can just kill because we know both of our mons are speed. And we have Wood Hammer, so yeah. There's no reason to be scared here. Sacred Sword, Wood Hammer, that's a GG. Opponent, yeah, there's not much you can do against that. The Archaludon is scary. I think Archaludon is one of the best Pokemon in this regulation, but sometimes, you know, like, the Archaludon does need some support. Like, you need Trick Room, you need Rain, you need Summon. You do need some kind of support for Archaludon. I don't think it's good enough to be a standalone sweeper or like a revenge Pokemon. So yeah, GG's though. GG's to my opponent. Well played, well played. Okay, so our opponent has a really interesting all evolution team. I've definitely come across some of these before. I think we're free to just kind of lead who we want. I don't know what they're gonna do. It doesn't look like a Trick Room team. Umbreon and Vaporeon, Leafeon are fairly bulky. Jolteon and Sylveon are obviously the attackers. In terms of who we can lead, I feel comfortable leading Galarian Zapdos and Zapdos and Dondozo, because they can't really do anything to Dondozo. Like, if I Terra type, there's literally nothing they can do to Dondozo, so I feel good leading that. We can bring Ogerpon in the back and also bring our Chien-Pao in the back. Let's go full offense with kinda coaching Dondozo, because if I start coaching Dondozo, there's really nothing they can do. I don't think there's anything they can do anyway. I think after 2 coachings we can switch out our Zapdos as well. So yeah, let's see how this goes though. Let's see how this goes. I definitely don't want to sleep on any kind of teams that people come up with, because you know, with how Pokemon is, people can find a way to make almost anything competitively viable. Although traditionally speaking, an evolution team hasn't been able to do that. But let's see what my opponent has cooking, man. Let's see what they have cooking. They've clearly, you know, they've done something to make it this far, right? Is that a Leafeon, by the way? I can't tell because of the Japanese names. Yeah, so they did lead Leafeon. I think we can just Terra Fairy Heavy Slam into this thing, and it'll do, I think it'll do 120 damage. No, well, 120 base damage, because Leafeon is not that heavy, and Dondozo is pretty heavy. Actually, I don't know how heavy Leafeon is, but Heavy Slam is a pretty good bet. Heavy Slam is a pretty good bet. They could Terra Ground Leafeon Discharge. That would be a good move. But we can coaching, increase our defense up even more, so that Leafeon is really doing nothing, and Jolteon's kind of like the big threat here. Charm. Okay, that's interesting. Dropping my Zapdos's attack down by 2 stages, but Defiant kind of nullifies that, so really kind of useless there. That Leaf Blade still did a lot of damage. Leafeon is insane, man. That Leaf Blade still did a lot of damage. Obviously, it's Life Orb damage, but yeah. Let's coaching again and just hit this Leafeon with another Heavy Slam, because our defense is going to go up by another one, and there's not much this Jolteon can do to us. I really like this team, by the way. I played like a few games with it on Showdown, and one game here on ranked, on the in-game ranked system, but I've really enjoyed playing this team. I think the only kind of note I would give it is it would be really cool if this team also had like a healing, like if you added Comfey on this team to come in and heal whatever, like Zapdos U-turns out into your healer. That would just be really cool. It would be so effective. I don't know. It would be really cool. So they go for Terra Ice. I don't know what they've just gone for. I wasn't looking at this game. I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying attention to what I kind of got lost in the commentary sauce. You know, I started looking at just various things I should not be looking at. But yeah, I started looking at them. That's okay though. That damage on Zapdos is really okay. It's a minor. I'm not too concerned about it. That didn't look like a Terra Blast though. Was it a Terra Blast? It might have been Terra Blast. I think that's the only thing that would do so much damage, right? They go on into Flareon. They've already. I'd like to save Zapdos. To be honest, I'd like to save Zapdos. Let's go out into our Qianpao and let's just Wave Crash into this Flareon, because they've already Terra Iced. And we know the Flareon might have Protect, but even if it does, like, what's it actually gonna do to us realistically? I'm free to go for a Wave Crash into the Flareon, and I'm saving Zapdos because I know it outspeeds everything with the Choice Scarf, so I can just come in and start doing damage. Qianpao, like losing Qianpao is not that big of a loss, so yeah. So Flareon does go for Protect. Fair enough. We saw that coming, right? They go for the T-Wave on Dondozo. Good move. But that also means I just got a free switch in. So yeah, the free switch in definitely helps. Let's just get it going. I feel like this battle is kind of won, but obviously it's too soon to speak about anything. We could get Parahaxed, we could get Crit, Choice Scarf, Flare Blitzed. I don't know. It goes for the Baby Doll Eyes instead. Fair enough. My opponent seems to be running a lot of kind of damage reduction moves, stat modifying moves. But you know, sometimes you just have to, honestly, sometimes you just need to attack. Like getting that attack down is good and all, but the EVs are fairly weak. You know, the EVs are pretty weak, so at some point you just need to start doing damage. Like if they'd Flare Blitzed into my Qianpao, it would have definitely brought it down to Sash, I feel. I mean, Flareon is not that great, but it's not bad either. They definitely would have gotten me down to my Sash, and then the Jolteon, because it sashed as well, You could have made plays. You could have definitely made some plays. I think Terra Ice on the Jolteon was not the best play, if I'm being completely honest. It was not the best play. But hey, it's cool, man. It's cool. That I kind of respect people for running the kind of teams they like. Maybe you really like evolutions and you've decided that you wanted to run an evolution team, and who am I to judge? Like, fair enough, more power to you. Sounds awesome. Like, if you get to play with the team you want to play, why wouldn't you? So it looks like we got Parahaxed. They went for Toxic, so they went for a double. No, we didn't get Parahax. I don't know what that was. It looks like they went for double status, which, I mean, I don't really understand why. But fair enough. It seems like the only kind of damage dealer on my opponent's side of the field was the Jolteon, and now that that's gone, we can go for a Yawn here. I will switch out into Zapdos once this thing is sleeping, or I don't even have to really, because it dies the next turn. So yeah, GG's. I mean, maybe it doesn't die because the Moonlight. It can keep spamming Moonlight, but not after this Yawn. So yeah, hopefully we land the Yawn. No Parahacks. Awesome. That's great. And I think this is a GG. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think this might be a GG. This looks like a Protect, probably from the Umbreon. I don't know. I'm not sure what their plan is. But let's see. Never mind, they go for Curse. Okay, interesting. Fair enough. I mean, good plays for sure. But doesn't Sacred Sword not check stat changes? I think Sacred Sword doesn't check stat changes at all. Never mind, we just crit with the Wave Crash. So we didn't even have to do all that, because we just crit with the Wave Crash. Fair enough. GG's. But yeah, coaching Dondozo. There's not a lot you can do, and you can also coach the Scizor. You can coach the Ivy Cudgel. I keep calling him Ivy Cudgel. The Ogerpon. You're good to go, man. You are good to go. So yeah, this team. Obviously, we didn't face off against the bestest of teams, but it's just kind of what this team can do. I'm kind of glad we got that team, because we got to showcase the full breadth of this team without getting too hacked or whatever, falling into someone else's traps.